Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Welcome back to PACMAN to 1K. Often is the question asked by SpicyBoy544, why aren't you playing Question? Like the Chad Petty the Orb Bourgeoisie. And my answer to that is, I don't know what you're talking about. So here's the deck that we're playing today. I had sort of an epiphany moment, like a couple nights ago or something. And I messaged like in the middle of the night, and I'm like, I think I found the missing piece. I think it's actually Exiled Force. This is a card that I've played in Pac-Man before. I actually believe I do have some videos. I definitely have some videos with Exiled Force. I don't know how many, but they are definitely older videos of Pac-Man. But I've definitely played Exiled Force. I've only ever coupled it with Giant Rat in the deck, though. So I haven't just played it standalone. But since I've been, playing around with Call of the Haunted, Exiled Force makes Call of the Haunted better. Exiled Force also helps. The way that this deck loses most often to Turbo is you go second, or you don't have like a Swarm of Scarabs, a Golem Sentry, or a Medusa Worm to tempo your opponent out. So they're able to set a monster. God forbid it's Magician of Faith, but just like any sort of set monster to start getting some sort of engine going, that's really bad for this deck. So Exiled Force is just another one of those answers that also works when you go second. So if your opponent sets a monster, generally in a lot of decks you don't want to just summon out the Exiled Force. It's obviously, hand dependent. Everything is context dependent in Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's be real. But in this deck, we're probably just going to slam the Exiled Force turn 1 to take the opponent off of them having that monster. Obviously, they can follow up the next turn with a monster, and we're sort of in the same space. But it's not always guaranteed that that's going to be the case, right? So this does at least help turn 1. It gives us an extra turn to like find a Nightmare Wheel, find a Ceasefire, do something, find your Nobleman of Crossout for the follow-up play. So definitely interested in trying out Exiled Force. Of course, we're playing Question for the meme here. That was literally the only question that I got in the last video while I'm recording this. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be playing. So we are at 419 elo, pretty happy about that. We are 22-7, which is actually 75% win percentage, which is absurd. And I think some of those losses probably should have been wins had I played better. So we should be a little higher than 75% win percentage. Granted, some of those were rage quits and stuff like that. So we're not at a true 75%, but I'll take it for a ladder grind with Pac-Man. This, I know I've said this in so many videos and it hasn't come true. This is going to be a shorter video. I actually don't have that much time. So if the first match takes a long time, then it's just going to be a one match video and we are out of here. But let's get to the ladder. All right, we are here for our first match. I did forget to mention we have the coffee, as always. Put this off to the side for now and paper gang it up. I was also thinking, between the intro and this match, I don't think we've strung together consecutive losses yet, which is very good. But here, we've got a pretty good hand. Can't ever really complain about a Pot of Greed, right? Starting off on the play. Oh, yes, Judgment, let's go. Let's go. And we're definitely just going to set the Golem Sentry. And then we're going to play out everything except for the Lakuta, I believe. Yeah. Very good chance we're going to be using something, right? But yeah, just play out everything. We'll pass the turn. Oh, audio is fixed. I set up my new monitors. Monitors as in studio monitors, my speakers, whatever. Are we going to Exiled Force here? Yeah, that's annoying, but it's not the end of the world, of course. We'll lose our Golem Sentry, but the problem with the last video is I had just had some interference with some cables. All I had to do was unplug them from my soundboard, and everything's fine and dandy now. Interesting. We draw Swarm of Scarabs, and I think I'm actually going to play that. Well, I do have a knock. No, let's just play out the Swarm of Scarabs. So if the opponent summons a monster, we can Book of Moon it down, and then we can just kill it with Swarm of Scarabs. Then we can set our Lakuta Goblin Attack Force. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll Book of Moon that for sure. So this is looking like Earth aggro, but they just set a bunch of cards. I have an earbud in my ear for no reason at all. Call of the Haunted for Exiled Force. Okay, this is fine. All right, we lose our Swarm of Scarabs, but that's not really that big of a deal. I think I could summon Lakuta and attack. I don't think I'm actually going to do that. Oh, level limit area B is a fantastic draw. Very nice. So now, yeah, we'll just set Lakuta, play the level limit, pass the turn. This doesn't have to be Earth aggro. Generally, Earth's not going to be setting 4, but not all of those could be traps, of course. Yeah, Gaff goes right to defense position. The opponent sets another back row. Sounds good to me. Nightmare Wheel. All right. I mean, backing up Lakuta with just like infinite protection is always a good plan, right? I think if the opponent Solemn Judgments this, I don't Solemn Judgment back. Okay. Exile Force isn't bad. I don't care about this Goblin Attack Force, so I'm not going to attack into a Mirror Force and just burn my... Well, I have a Nightmare Wheel for protection, right? I could just attack. I just don't need to, is the thing, I guess. Yeah, let's just set the Lakuta. And I'm actually going to hold the Exile Force for something a little better than this Gaff. And pass the turn. So hopefully we'll be able to just beat our opponent with insurmountable card advantage here. Kaiku's fine. None of these things bother me. A second Lakuta is also pretty good. We will accept. Would I set a Scarab? No, let's just set the other Lakuta. Like, we'll play around Dust Shoot here, right? May as well. Get ourselves a draw. I guess this is worse against like a Torrential, but I don't think the opponent has it. I feel like they would have Torrential and just taken the L and the -1. I guess this plays around Trap Dust Shoot in the sense that now we're going to draw up to our 4th card. Our opponent is able to Trap Dust Shoot us, but we got the Lakuta out. Oh, God help us, we drew Question. That's so funny. It's Golem Sentry? I didn't even remember. All right. Flip up Lakuta here. Get some draws going. Judgment? All right. Okay, now the opponent's going to Dust Shoot. So there was a Dust Shoot back there. All right. So I'm not totally losing my mind here. Would you like to send back, opponent? No! They know the Question now! No! Now they're going to look at the graveyard! That's so sad. I am like... I have my eye just like right on their avatar to see if they're looking at the graveyard. After this... No, they go right to the graveyard! That's so sad. That's so sad. We're not going to get to... We're not going to get to hit him with the Question. All right. Understandable. Let's draw a card with Lakuta. All right, sure. Exile Force going to go back. No big deal. Our opponent gets value out of these Trap Dust Shoots, but, like, who cares, really? If we're just sitting here 1-for-1ing, that's just great for me. That's just so unfortunate that the Question's not going to do anything. I think I will actually just attack just with one of them. If the opponent wants to take out this Lakuta, that's totally fine. But at this point, I don't mind flipping Book of Moon, because then I can just set a second Solemn Judgment. Yeah, this is fine. Do I need to keep my Book of Moon? I could just use it here, right? Yeah, let's just book the Lakuta. Sure, why not? And do I set Judgment, or do I just set Magic Jammer? I don't hate setting Magic Jammer, actually. I could, well, no, I'm not going to flip Ceasefire this turn. Yeah, the Question is just not good anymore. Let's set Magic Jammer so that we don't have to spend a bunch of life points on a Heavy Storm. If our opponent draws it, oh, they're just going to concede. Very nice, very nice. We take those. You will need 3 years to kill me. Let's just go to game 2. Sure. I'm down. You have a real life? That's cool. That's cool. So do I. Sorta. Not really. I mean, I play I play goat format on YouTube. Is that really that much of a life? Indeed it is. This takes a lot of time. But yeah, we'll get rid of the swords and man, we get rid of the question. Let's be real. Let's be real. We get rid of question. It's Sag. We almost got the meme off, but it's all right. I don't think we need MST. I don't think we need Breaker. We could bring in Divine Wrath for just like level 2, but that's really about it. All right, let's get some coffee while we're waiting on the opponent. I do believe we were just going to win that game. I think it'd be very hard for the opponent to come back from what we were able to build up there. Come on, opponent. You don't... I like legit. I hope their life is going well. That's so funny. No, they flipped the trap dust shoot. All right, whatever. We drew the Sangan. That's unfortunate. But it's all right. It's all right. We're just out here having a good time. For everybody. Nah, whatever. All right, they got it all written down. All that good stuff. I think I'm just going to set 1 Gravity Bind and pass. I don't really feel like I need to extend anymore into a Heavy Storm, right? I guess I could set Ceasefire. It's kind of useless, but if the opponent has a knock in hand, yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn. If they summon out a Breaker, cool, whatever. I lose a Gravity Bind. After that, I could just set the other one. Dust Tornado, that's fine too. It's fine too. I just don't feel like I need to play into Heavy Storm too much. Oh, Berserk Gorilla. Okay. Can we draw a level limit? Level limit's great against Berserk Gorilla. It's a straight up removal spell. Des Lakuda. Okay, I don't mind that either. Opponent had Dust Tornado last time. I need to set more this time is the problem because I need to set this Ceasefire. So let's set this. Let's set Ceasefire. We'll set Gravity Bind, and I'm just going to go ahead and set Ring of Destruction. We'll leave Nightmare Wheel in hand. If the opponent has Heavy, they have Heavy. We'll get owned here, but that's just kind of what it is. Knock, okay. Well, this is why I set the Ceasefire. Opponent takes 1,000. Lakuda gets flipped up, which is fine. As long as the opponent doesn't have Snatch Steal. Snatch would be very bad here. In my experience of playing on the ladder, a lot of people side out their Snatch Steals. But I kind of don't agree with that. Like, I get it. Oh, Pac-Man on Pac-Man violence here? I'm gonna flip up Gravity Bind. MST. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's pretty bad for us. Alright, we lose the Lakuda. I'm just gonna ring the Berserk Gorilla, get it out of here. Then I'll set Nightmare Wheel, because that's a lot better against Golem Sentry. Interesting that we see Golem Sentry in this deck. I've seen it before, but like, I don't know about that one. Alright, activate the Wave Motion Cannon, pass the turn. We don't need a Nightmare Wheel here. We can wait until it attacks. Prima, okay. Well, I guess since we're at 2,000, we probably have to Nightmare Wheel the Berserk Gorilla. which sucks because Golem Sentry is going to be very annoying here, but if we can get into, I don't know, a level limit, something like that, we could be all right. It does Lakuta. Okay. Actually, we're pretty close to the opponent just dying here. I will set the Lakuta. I don't think there's a reason not to, really. And basically, we're just, yeah, I was going to say, we're just hoping the opponent doesn't draw another beater, but I guess they've got it here. That's fine. Cliff? All right, we're dead. Sure. I don't really think I need to make any other changes. I think we're just good here. I will click done sighting, and we'll see if why are we doing this, opponent? Shoot him the okay. Where are my Solemn Judgments deck? Come on now. I'm just gonna set Golem Sentry. I'm gonna set Gravity Bind, I think. Yeah. The reason I'm setting Gravity Bind over playing level 11 Area B, 1, conceals a little bit of information. The opponent doesn't know what this is. And 2, if the opponent plays out a Berserk Gorilla here, I kind of want to entice them to make that play. So that then I can play level limit Area B, put it to defense, and it dies. Whereas if I play out the level limit Area B, they won't summon the Berserk Gorilla. Alright, Dynamis Warrior Lady. Do you have the MST again? No. Awesome. Okay, and we're setting a bunch of back row. Sounds good to me. Nightmare Wheel's not bad. There you go. You get a Lakuta. But it's more where that came from. Okay, got it written down. We're still just chilling on the hand here. Give him the old thumbs up. May we play on? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? I can't shuffle my deck until the opponent stops looking at my hand. So, and you all can't see it because the guinea pig cam is there, but the opponent is still viewing my hand. So we are just we're just sitting here. The opponent could be lagging, of course. Not like throwing shade at them or whatever, but just since you all can't see what's going on, there's a reason I'm just sitting here, not doing anything because I can't do anything. Because I would like to shuffle my deck. Obviously, it's too early to tell, but I don't know. For some reason, oh, they're back. Okay. So I guess they did just sort of lag out there a little bit. That's totally fine. Let's flip up Golem Sentry. Send this Dynamis Warrior Lady on back to hand. We'll reset. We'll set Lakuta, and I think I'm just going to set the Nightmare Wheel. Sure. This way, if the opponent has the Heavy Storm, we have our best protection as backup here. But we'll see what they've got here. They did set quite a bit of back row, so if one of these isn't the Heavy Storm, they do have to take a -1. That's often okay for decks to do against PACMAN, of course. We'll see. Opponent giving it a think here. Would love to come out of this with another win. That would make it 3 in a row. Getting us ever closer to that 500 mark. Feel like that'll be a good milestone. Anything below 500, it just feels like I'm still on the low ladder. Even though it's taken, what, 30 matches to get here? So it's like we've played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh!, but it feels like I haven't played that much. I don't know. Oh, you know, we probably did have more than one loss in a row. I forgot about that video where I played for like an hour and a half and just played like trash the entire time. So we probably had 2 losses in a row there. I'm not totally sure. The opponent's still not doing anything. Mind control. Okay, well, they know this is Lakuta. I guess I'm just going to give them a draw off of it. I'm not going to Nightmare Wheel down my own Lakuta. Sure, you get a draw, and then I get however many draws from it, hopefully. I guess I can attack the Golem Sentry as well if they want to, and that's totally fine. Yep, I set a monster. We'll be sending that right back with Golem Sentry. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have Torrential. I don't know why they would have set. If they do have Torrential, yeah, you can't flip that card, opponent. It's a good one to know about. So we will we'll set our Lakuta here, and I think I'm just gonna set the Medusa Worm now. And reflip Lakuta. Make sure this is okay. Cool. Draw a card. Golem Sentry. Very nice. We can't reset the Lakuta, but we can flip up Golem Sentry. Oh, we're going to Solemn Judgment that. That is quite pricey, opponent. Indeed is quite pricey. Do I set the Mirror Force? I suppose I could. I feel like this might just be Golem Sentry, actually. We know they have Dust Shoot. Yeah, this plays into Heavy Storm a little bit more, of course, but, you know, it's fine. Just gonna Nightmare Will up this face-down monster. See if they've got an answer here. Opponent did put themselves to 400, so you loved, or sorry, 4,000. If they were 400, that'd be great. No, oh, yes, there's our Solemn Judgment. We've got the 8-turn clock going with the Nightmare Will here. We're going to be seeing some more cards. Let's just start by resetting Lakuta. And I will set Solemn Judgment first. And then I'll flip up the Lakuta. Keep playing around that Trap Dust Shoot that we know is there. Draw a card, another Lakuta, excellent. Flip up Medusa Worm. We'll take out this new set. Cool. And then could set Golem Sentry, could just set another Lakuta. I feel like probably just set another Lakuta here, right? I guess, yeah, we've got Mirror Force, we got Solemn Judgment. Let's just set another Lakuta. We're eventually going to play into the Trap Dust Shoot this way, but that's totally fine at this point. If I'm drawing 3 cards a turn, screw your screw your Trap Dust Shoot. I do not care. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, opponent's not happy. Just gonna let you all sit here and enjoy the cinema. If you play, I'm not saying this about this particular opponent because I've never seen them play Pac-Man, but just in general, if you play a deck and you lose a lot, but whenever someone plays it against you, you lose to it a lot, you might not be playing the deck correctly. Oh, the opponent's gonna tank this much? What? They're gonna sit here and salt off this much and then just flip up a Dust Tornado? Come on. Like, there's just no need to do that, but sure. Medusa Worm to hand is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to set the Golem Sentry. But whatever. Like, we're still going to be drawing a bunch of cards. This Golem Sentry can't even attack. We're good. Oh, now we draw Wave Motion Cannon too. Beautiful. Beautiful. Glad the opponent told us that they drew more monsters, though. They drew 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they have 2 monsters in hand. All right. Pretty happy about that. Yep, they send back the Golem Sentry. We get to keep our Medusa Worm. Sounds good to me. I'm going to draw a card with my Lakuta. All right, we draw another level limit area B. At this point, I'm just going to ignore the opponent. I don't really care. It's kind of funny. At least they're not like being just like absolute disrespectful. That's totally fine. If you want to salt off, you can salt off. I don't really care, but don't be like just big disrespectful mad or whatever. I hope they Solemn Judgment this. Okay. Well, you know, this isn't the best. Let's get rid of Gravity Bind. Probably just level limit area B, right? Sure. We don't need all of those. We will reset Lakuta here. The one that we can reset. Well, I guess I can't I can attack it. I'm gonna attack the Golem Sentry here. And then I'll throw out Tribe and I'll just kill it. All right, and I don't need both of these, right? Yeah, let's just get rid of Medusa Worm. Kill the Golem Sentry. And I will play out the Wave Motion Cannon. I just don't need to play the other level limit. That's totally fine. Pass the turn. Good thing Deslakuta is a zombie, not a rock. Opponent has paused the game. Why are we pausing the game? Oh, no. No. This is malicious. This is not the same thing I do. Oh man. The opponent doesn't know that this is I said say hi to YouTube. The opponent doesn't know that this is going on YouTube, and everyone knows their name on here. They're also getting reported for this. Just for the record, there are no judges on. But we're about Elo here. I'll sit here and wait. If I have to cut in the video, that's totally fine with me. I've edited videos before. This is indeed not the same thing. Come on now. Like, this is this is literally a bannable offense on Dueling Book, but unfortunately, because of this, we're probably only going to get one match in this video, and I really didn't want to have a video with only one match, but honestly, we've already gone 30 minutes, so this was going to be a long one anyway. This is great. We all knew there were going to be some rage quits on the ladder and everything, but like, all right, this is fine. All right, we waited it out. We got the dub. Our Elo is going to go up by 15. People may say that I am kind of masochistic for doing this, but I did wait it out. This person held me hostage for probably 20-30 minutes, which means we're not going to get a second match. I'm sorry. But I do actually have things that I have to do today, and I was hoping to be able to get, you know, a couple of cool matches, but that's just how it's going to be sometimes on this. We can jump over to the full screen, but it is, it's kind of interesting. If people try to hold you hostage for something that you're doing online, you're already online, so you can kind of just like go somewhere else online and do things, so you're not literally just sitting here watching a screen. But for the Elo, we press on. We are at 434 now, and I believe that puts us at 23-7. So out of 30 matches, we've won 23. That's pretty awesome. But once again, I'm sorry that it's only going to be one match. Sometimes, you know, you get malicious AFKs and stuff. I will report this opponent, all that good stuff. But yeah, be nice to people online. Be nice to people in person. Don't maliciously hate on people. If you're going to go salt off, leave the match, go somewhere else and salt. That's totally fine. Just don't don't sit there and direct your anger toward other people. You just don't need to do that. I know I've sort of been over that in the past, whatever, but just be nice to people. I can handle this. It's no big deal. I'm not sitting here and be like, oh no, this person hurt my little feelings. But yeah, just be nice to people. But here we are, the end of the Pac-Man video. You all aren't here for a lecture. We were 434 on the ladder. Don't know if there's going to be an episode tomorrow. Sunday may be an off day. We'll just kind of see how things are going with the things that I have to do. But yeah, we're 434. We are currently on a 3-match win streak. So that's going to be it. We'll be back, of course, with more of it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, albeit a short one. We'll be back with the next one.